Today is June 14th, 2016. 1 year to date of an incident that occurred in my life. I've been dealing with the hacking of my computer, which is espionage, corporate espionage, which will put you under arrest. So that's directly to you, the one who's hacking my computer. The ones who don't understand how it works, I am literally an officer, federal officer. I pay and own the rights for a federal establishment in the United States of America. The thing that I'm having a problem with is the guys who's attacking the reserve. When it comes to the income of my company, it should be in a placement where I can find it when I need to. But due to the ones who are overseeing these processes and affairs, more than likely those who have the dollars to do it literally have taken and violated my email accounts, which were connected to the payout accounts from various companies like PayPal, Google, MySpace, Snowcap, Reverb Nation, MP3.com. These are the things that I chose to invest in and find out that they were highly profitable, but I did not receive one penny from them. By saying I'm the first of the internet labels to go global, it should be historic. But due to the fair-minded nature of most men of authority, they're securing perimeters and aren't getting it clear. You are to secure, not to violate or intrude. But you seem to assess it as your right to destroy any damn thing you can. Based on your knowledge of my location, you were literally able to stalk me and my family to a point where my wife was literally violated in the process. So I want that to be stated as well. Because due to my identity, I'm an author. I'm a writer who's putting a package together, a producer who has a company who's been working hard at establishing a following. Hearing that you guys attack my fans, which would be my clients, along the way hurts. Insurmountable measures come behind that thought, because people should show up to the venues, not be deterred and directed to death or destruction. So those are the things that you actually have to add to your thinking when you do those type of things. I stood up as a Supreme Court judge to make sure that people honor their mindsets and their words, to make sure that I follow a code of understanding that gets me to ethics and not a personal vendetta with all creeds. And we'll actually say races, because we want them to see themselves fresh out of college, fresh out of high school, $3,500 and get you a computer system, then you take over everybody's market. I'm in the music industry. It's a very cutthroat industry. It's a very unforgiving industry. Practically saying it such as a man who's been there 25 years, working with all major labels, everyone from Def Jam to Universal. So remember, we are part of a conglomerate that makes sense, make dollars. Then it comes into the latest venture. I have to really be the latest venture. And notice the manipulative mindset of those who can step in your mindset at free will. Violation of humanity is that concept, sir. So just to remind you, it's one thing to channel a spirit. It's a whole nother thing when a man can jump in and vicariously take over a man's existence to go spend his money and keep him in a circle of dumb, confused stupor. That's what they thought was going on. But I had to lay it to a point where I can finalize this investigation. So that's why I'm bringing it out to the social media so you guys can see it. Because in the dark seat, everyone thinks they're getting away. But when it comes to the light seat, you are who you say you are. Now, the companies that have been violated, like at 11th Music Group, Independent American Media, Independent American Private Security, Blue Ribbon West, ransom note records, and exceptional mindsets come along with them. So we want to be able to bring them to a mindset that they see it clearly and work with the better interest of it all. But if they don't get it right, they literally have to face charges. Now, between me and the men who speak, I want all to understand I ran with God the whole time. So if they don't know God, please ask somebody and then find out what God is, does, and what God is here for. Because they did not answer or honor God at all. Put all this in a package and told Tory he wasn't shit. And every day hired people to attack Tory. And when they get through attacking Tory, they attack the entity known as Stone Love. Literally the only person on the planet who's represented Death Row Unit, a label, a management firm, an entertainment firm, who are a label. Actually, the infamous one. When it comes to what they have to address, it's the payout from BMI. Now, BMI, are you there? BMI is here. Have you processed that payout? We have. Are we looking at him seeing the payout? He shall. Do you see where it was you made your mistake? We do. Do you understand why we're doing it this way? We do. Now, did you get what he said? The United States is under arrest. And we wanted to make sure that was understood. That's the understanding. Now, Mr. Swan adamantly said you did it right. And no thanks is needed, but men need to understand why they don't have their positions today. You understand? When it comes to what they found out, you were dead on the money. You understand? When it comes to every player in the team, they all watched every step of the way. Loud and clear. So there's no way you can cover this up. Loud and clear. Run. Loud and clear. Hide. Loud and clear. Or assault. Loud and clear. Now the ones that didn't get it, that would be Tom Ford. Excuse me? That would be Tom Ford. Tom Ford was the overlord of the music and didn't understand what he did. Took finances from a company and literally went to war with them. So we wanted him to make sure he understood that he wouldn't be representing those mindsets again. Loud and clear. All your attorneys are here, Tory, and they're all applauding. You made sure they saw it clearly. And everything that they did and every step of the way wondered why did I protect his children. So every night we made sure we stood above all the courses, the points of interest. So today we learned that we're turning ourselves in. That's what we want to hear. No hard feelings. Adner. That's the point. Now, every day I'm wondering, why are we in the circle? None of the primary players are being seen. And no one understands. And I get a phone call today saying these are the people that did it. You know, every step of the way, there's a man telling the world telling the world there's something else going on. Something else going on. You're doing it right, Tori, so they can see everything that goes on. This is the secret they kept. You were a hip-hop rapper who knew not about finances, but took charge of everything in his industry and gave it away. Then we find out every day he was the only one who was coming back to reinstate. And every step of the way, followed by Dr. Dre and Entourage. Charlie Sheen made sure he told all the officers to pay homage to the fact that they were in the middle of a bunch of bullshit. Now, when we say that, sir, remember we're in front of a judge, literally doing a court proceeding, literally showing them that they are out of line. And that's the statement. Now, every day, big time players come to the city. Big time players come to the city. And who was that? That was Tory. That would be the point. Alright, that would be J. Supreme. Not Jay Williams. Yeah. Came back and they had his name, so we wondered, what did they do? They literally took all of his money and told him he didn't exist. So now, where are they at? All in prison. All in prison. Now, gentlemen, do you understand the difference? We do understand the difference. Saying that, so when you put this on YouTube, they see the relevance. Now, what else do they need to know? You own all the companies they said you do, and there's no other way to tell you but through the paperwork. And when we give you the paperwork, you'll be the only one sitting in the desk, taking care of the business and making sure it's understood. And that band is the greatest band on earth, Tori, because you told them they made a mistake. Then they have to go back and re-represent what they were doing. And that's the judge learning she wasn't happy. Not at all. Shouldn't be doing this shit. And that's what Tory said. Something that we shouldn't be doing. We understand. Now, as we wrap this up, we want to make sure all audio is closed. All visual is closed. And everyone understands where they are. Everyone understands where they are.